about China. Are you considering walking that back?
Who are you with?
Politico, Dasha Burns, sir.
Dasha, Politico. Politico's gone bad. They've been so wrong about everything. Politico has been so wrong about everything. Let's get somebody else to ask some questions. You mind? Is that all right? Because Politico is fake news.
Truthing about another world leader. You said not to worry about China, but he's been putting out some tough statements in regards to your tariffs, sir. Are you planning to speak with him? When's the last time you spoke?
He's putting out tough statements because we are taking in hundreds of billions of dollars, not only from China, from other countries. We've become a wealthy country again, and the tariffs have given us diplomatic strength. They've given us negotiating strength. I settled a few of the wars just based on tariffs. I said as an example, with India and with Pakistan, I said, if you guys want to fight a war and you have nuclear weapons, I'm going to put big tariffs on you both, like 100%, 150, and 200%. No, don't do that. I said, I'm putting tariffs. I had that thing settled in 24 hours. If I didn't have tariffs, you could have never settled that war.
US stock markets have crashed today after Donald Trump threatened to impose new tariffs on China. The US president also threatening to call off a planned face-to-face meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Our Sky News Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen joins us live now. Annalise, what sparked this response from Donald Trump?
Well, Donald Trump's accused the Chinese president and the Chinese government of sending letters to countries around the world saying that they're going to be implementing export controls on rare earth minerals. And we can tell you just in the last few moments, Donald Trump has come through and confirmed his threat from earlier today, saying that he is indeed going to implement new tariffs on China because of this move. And so on Truth Social just a short time ago, Donald Trump posted, based on the fact that China has taken this unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations who were similarly threatened, starting November 1st, 2025, or sooner, depending on any further actions or changes taken by China, the United States of America will impose a tariff of 100% on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Also on November 1st, we will impose export controls on any and all critical software. So while Donald Trump might have ended one war in the Middle East, he's now launching a fresh trade war. And we've already seen the ramifications of this on the stock market this morning, just with the threat of potentially tariffs coming through. I don't think it's a coincidence that this statement came through after the markets closed. But earlier today, we had the Dow Jones down 1.9% and the S&P down 2.71%, the NASDAQ down almost 4%. So this is something that is going to put shockwaves through the markets and, of course, the global economy. There will be flow-on effects for Australia. And essentially what Donald Trump's issue is that China is now putting these export controls allegedly on rare earth minerals. They have the lion's share of the rare earth minerals in the world, about 70%. And the bulk of rare earth mineral processing happens in China. This is where Australia has a competitive advantage. It's often said of Australia that we have the entire periodic table in the ground. We do have very good quality rare earth minerals and things like cobalt, which are extremely valuable, and we're seen as a reliable, safe country. The US does have a lot of rare earth minerals, but their issue is that they're not of the highest quality. Many of them aren't considered the heavy minerals, and they have a lot of issues getting them out of the ground simply because the deposits aren't that great, and they also have extreme issues with regulations from environmental protection, which means it can take a very long time to get these projects moving, if at all. So this is why this is such a critical thing. Every battery has these minerals in them. They're becoming increasingly more important as we become more technologically advanced. And so Donald Trump's obviously seen this as a threat. In his earlier statement today, he also suggested that the Chinese had waited until he had this victory moment of bringing this conflict to a resolution in the Middle East. And so he's taking that quite personally as well. And the other thing he suggested is that he's going to call off the planned face-to-face meeting with Xi Jinping in South Korea, which was planned for the APEC summit in just a few weeks' time. He's suggesting there's no need for that to happen. Of course, there's any chance that the Chinese have put this out as a bit of a shot across the bow before that meeting as well. So there's any chance it could still go ahead, but Donald Trump's certainly saying that he wants to make sure that he's setting the agenda when he goes into that meeting.